Okay, I guess it's raining boards now. Hey guys, what's up? This is Kavi from Ray Studios, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Yecoo MT. First, let's get it out of the box. Immediately as we open this box, we can see the Yecoo MT, and this is a beautiful looking board. It looks a little bit unusual, but I kind of like that. We also have an instruction manual. We have the remote control, which is something new as well. Kind of looks like a hobby wing, but it ain't. We have a T-tool and an Allen wrench, and we also have a light. Here is the power brick, and we have the power cable for the board and for the remote. So here it is, the Yecoo MT, and this is a very unusual design. Like I said before, look at this. We have a pointy nose. Look at the tail. It looks like an old school surfboard, and it is actually a kicktail. You can see it right there. So you can step on it, change directions. The grip tail, a bit too much graphic for my taste, but not bad. What I do like about the grip tail is that it's soft. So these kind of hard grip tails, like the ones on the MII boards, tend to really hard the skin on my hand. This one doesn't. So for me, it's a big plus. This is, as you can see, it's a slightly longer shortboard. It's kind of like it's sitting between a shortboard and a longboard, and obviously it's a stiff deck. There is no flexibility to it. When we turn it around, we can see there is a big battery slash ESC case, so it's all in one. So yeah, it looks relatively slim. Look at that. That's quite good. So maybe when you go over bumps or you go down the car, maybe you want to scratch the battery case, I guess, because it's quite slim. It's like maybe 2 inches at most. And we have hub motors. Let's take a look at that. This is not a hobby wing ESC. This is a Lingy ESC. So it's they're pairing it with the latest Lingy ESC, which means you might not be able to use cloud wheels, but there is a new wheel that came up here in China that is very similar to the cloud wheel, perform very similar. I think they're even more affordable, not by much, but they're more affordable. And they have the sleeve for the Lingy hub motor, so good news there. And the wheels, in case you don't want to change them, in the front we have 90mm wheels, basically in the back as well, but these are 82A durometer, which means they're a little bit harder for my preference, but I probably am gonna have to ride it and test it out. But before I do that, I just want to quickly show you something that I kind of like, and that is the remote control. Look at that. It looks like the Hobby Wing remote control, but it's smaller, and actually it feels really nice on the hand. It's smaller but a nice grip. It feels solid. The wheel have a really good spring action, and we have a screen. Let me see if I can turn this on quickly, with a lot of information. There is just a lot of information right there. By the way, because this is a Lingy ESC, you have kick to start, so you don't need to bend down to push the button. That's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna kick it, I'm gonna go for a ride. Alright guys, so I've been riding the Yecoo MT for quite a few days now, and I gotta say, there is something very unique about this board, and it's related to the deck. It's very roomy. I mean, every now and then when I'm riding, I will look down. I was surprised that that was a shortboard. It literally felt like I was on a longboard. It allowed me to have a pretty wide stand, and the kicktail is just very gentle, so it doesn't get on the way while riding. Like sometimes you will accelerate with some of my shortboards. I will accelerate. If I put too much weight on the kicktail, it will kind of pop a wheelie, but that didn't happen with this one. It's also just a little bit longer than some of my other shortboards. So if you are tall like me, I'm 5'9", I'm not that tall, but I mean, an average tall, I guess. This deck is kind of roomy. It will allow you to have a pretty wide stance, keep your feet separated, give you more balance. It's also a slim deck, which also felt pretty easy to control for carrying and turning. And the kicktail, even though it's very gentle, still very useful. Now, when it comes to performance, I did got a very decent range out of this, a little bit less than was stated on the website, obviously, and 230 pounds, and there are a lot of hills in the area where I live, but still pretty decent range. The acceleration and braking, they're okay, but I gotta be honest here, is somewhere below some of my other electric shortboards. That being said, it's not like it's a slow electric skateboard, not by any means slow, but it's not as fast as some of the other ones. And while climbing, it was a bit of a struggle. It was like, you know, it takes some time, but to put it like in, to compare it, it was somewhere similar to the Mach 5 Max 2 Pro. I did a video not too long ago where I compared all electric shortboards, and you can take a look at the video and get a reference of how is the acceleration and braking on this. Is similar to that other board. It's decent, and at this price point, I guess that's quite okay. Now, the wheels, 82A durometers, like I mentioned before, they are a little bit hard. So, you know, around the area where I live, the roads are in pretty bad shape. The roads are all broke and all broken with a lot of cracks on the way. Yeah, you can actually feel them. And I think you can actually replace the wheel for some cloud wheel clones that they match these motors. But yeah, I guess most people that buy this kind of board might not want to spend extra money on wheels, and the wheels are definitely a bit too hard for my preference. There is some people that actually like hard wheels, so hey, it's up to you. You decide. The carving experience was pretty good. The tracks were good. Generally speaking, I would say that the speed is not an issue. I mean, it's kind of like a commuting board. It is a shortboard after all. Like, if you want to commute around college, this is going to be a great tool that is going to get you around. So there you have it, the Yecoo MT. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you have, please make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I'll catch you up on the next video.